Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Crochet Podcast, episode 117. So exciting, right? Today I'm going to share with you my works in progress, what should be a finished object. Oh no, I have a finished object, so that's a miracle. And some UFOs, and also a little bit of news, Christmas cheer, and a bit of a farewell. Before I get started, I want to give a big congratulations to the winner from episode 116. Congratulations to Denise F. Denise has won my latest pattern. Super excited about that. Send me an email, krista@secretyarnery.com, and I will send you my latest pattern. And if you want to win a free pattern, just keep watching. I'll tell you how to do it. Anthony, can you shut my door? You might notice the yarnery looks a little bit different today. I have been moving a bunch of things around, getting it set up for the new year. So I'll be telling you more about that later also, but that's why it looks a little bit different. This is the Christmas tree, like wall hanging, super easy to do, so fun. I will link that down below in the description box and the comments under this video. Super fun project for a little bit of Christmas cheer. And now, finished objects. My latest, awesome, I'm really happy with how it turned out, full-size granny stitch stocking. Isn't that the cutest thing? So it is great, and you didn't have to do any of that pesky heel action. You just work along regular granny stitches, just like I show you in the tutorial, also a written pattern, but that is fabulous. I love it so much. So this works perfect with 2 colors of yarn. And then the little boot, that is also a tutorial and written pattern. This works great with 3 colors of yarn. So if you want to do 3 colors, this is a good one. You could also do it 2 colors. You don't have to use 3, but it works perfect. And this works perfect with 2 colors. Those are so cute, right? So these are all available and finished, by the way. And now before I jump into works in progress, I want to give a big thank you to all of our channel members. Thank you so much for your support and helping me make more videos for the whole year. I'm super excited about next year, and thank you so much for being part of the neighborhood, my friends, and my family. Thank you. Now, works in progress. This is my favorite part, I really have to say, because it doesn't have to be finished. My ends don't have to be done. So I just get to share with you what I'm working on. And let's begin chronologically. I showed this to you in one of the lives, but I know some people don't enjoy lives. I get that. So this is what I started. It was going to be a granny square Christmas blanket. Continuous join as you go on an angle. So it was going to be this way, up and down, and I did little granny triangles to fill in the edges. I have done this much 3 times. I frogged it and did it again, frogged it, did it again, frogged it, did it again, until I liked how the join was and everything. Then I was doing the private video chats for family members, talking with Tracy and showing it to her. We're just kind of humming and hawing. And I'm like, this, how it is right there, would make a really cute table runner. Like, that would be cute. And I don't like, now that of course I've made all of these triangles, I don't like how this looks like super granny. Is it so bright in here? Let me see. What? How can I fix that? Okay. I don't like how this looks like a super granny square and this looks like flowers kind of crocheted together in a cool way. This kind of brought it down for me. I was kind of like, oh. But I already had them made, and you know how that goes. I'm like, I'm going to use them. So frogged it back, frogged it back, frogged it back, did it 3 times, like how the join is. But then talking with Tracy, I'm like, that would be a perfect table runner right there, just like that. So skip the triangles, make a cute table runner, and do a blanket next year. It is too, late to make it the size. I also made it too long. So now I like how it's joined and everything, but it's too long for the squares I have made. So I'd have to frog hold on. I'd have to frog like that much to keep those extra triangles or those extra squares to make it wide enough to be like a sensible blanket, like a lapgan. So, and I don't want to make more centers this year. I mean, it's time to move on to cooking and baking, you know what I mean? So I was kind of like, put that on pause, but I wanted to save it and show it to you. And then I went back after talking with Tracy, bless her heart, and did this. Da, 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 da. Now that, I've sewn in half my ends in my defense. Look, well, not quite half, almost half. So I've done this side here, and then I was gonna flip it and do the other side while I'm watching TV, but haven't had time for that. But it's coming along. That's why it is a work in progress. I haven't finished my ends. So same kind of style of joining, but just these gorgeous triangles. And it is long enough to go along my dining room hutch, like the top of like this big chunk of furniture I have in my living room actually. But it's long enough to go along the top of that, or down the center of my coffee table, or I want to make two of these, like a pair. It could go across the table like that. So one person is sitting here and eating, and one person is sitting there and eating. I don't know what you call those. If you know what they're called, let me know in the comments. But you know, like those placemats, but it's like a placemat across your table, not like individual. It's like a table runner, but it goes across your table. Anyway, two of these, so it could be like that. And I love it. I love it so much. Little popcorns for the edge, so it's like, you know, it doesn't look super, super granny, but it does look super, super granny. I just love it. So working on my ends for that, and I'm gonna frog this back to film the second one. So what I'm gonna do with all of my projects, including the advent calendar boots that are still advent calendar boots, I am going to do like a Christmas in July. So my Christmas blanket that I want to do, the advent calendar, and the table runners are going to be coming out in July. And then there's plenty of time to get them done and made before Christmas. And that'll have a pretty complete Christmas playlist forever of all my favorite Christmas crochet stuff. There is a link to that playlist down below as well if you want to check out what is already there. And that is my plan for all the Christmassy stuff that I won't have time to upload, where it's a sensible time for you to be able to also make it for Christmas. So Christmas in July. I'm theoretically against it just because I don't want to think about Christmas in July. But 2023, I'm going to be like first in line for Christmas in July because I think I'm already really close to it. So I just have to kind of get it filmed and done, and I'm looking forward to that. I love it so much. I love making these granny squares. Those are so fun to do. So this is going to be a tutorial also, although I might change the colors and do it for Easter. Easter colors. Are you seeing it? Are you following me? I'm in love with it. Anyway, those are all things on my little tiny mind. And now, Bloomscape Cal update. Right? It's been a while for that, I know. So in all of this Christmas stuff, I have been pondering the December Bloomscape Cal tutorial. I want to keep it every month. I don't want to skip a month just because of Christmas. So look what I hatched up. Okay, I'm going to show you chronological. Where's my big one? Oh, there it is, sitting on it. Sitting on it. It's not finished, but I will show you why. That cute little flower, I'm like, that is so cute. I love that it's like so big, and I love the color. I love the pattern. If it was orange, it would remind me of a marigold. Do you know those marigolds? I think they're marigolds in the garden. So cute. Now, I was working on turning it into a square. I want to turn them all into a square the same way. So by the time you're joining it into a granny, all of the Bloomscape Cal flowers join the same way. So same leaf row, no matter what, is my goal. Now this one, it wasn't working out. I did it like so many times. It kept turning into a pentagram, the 5-corner one. I'm like, what is, oh. Anyway, my math was off completely. Got it figured out, but now it's like so big. It's like just too big to fit the other ones. Let's see. Can you see how much bigger this one is than, right? Like it's a different size completely. So I'm like, oof, I don't want to go so off kilter. So I'm like, what if I just change the center and just do 2 rows? So I did that. I'm like, that's pretty, right? Totally do that. It's the right size, like it fits the right size. So many little petals in there. Cute center, but I'm like, you can't really even see that center. It's kind of like a watery, greeny kind of color, and then like this nice blue. But I'm like, this center, that center should be white, right? Then I'll totally pop. So, are you ready for it? This is my latest love, by the way. We're like, you know, in that swooning stage. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Now, of course, I haven't done my ends. I just did it like a few hours ago before I went grocery shopping this morning. And also, the Bloomscape Cal size. Isn't that the cutest? So this is going to be the next flower coming up. I'm super in love with it. Like super in love with it. I just think it is like the cutest little pattern. It's so cute. So boom, in love with it. That'll be, I don't know when it's gonna be up. So in love with it. Like absolutely in love with them. So super happy about that. Also have the Bloomscape Cal trial joined. But I'm like, oh. I'm not in love with it, so it's not going to stay like this. This is the first join that I worked out, but I think it could be a little more special. Not sure exactly how, but I think what I'm going to do is frog the join part, so where it's joined together, and do one more round, like one more layer of loops, and I think it should be the green color again to join in the center. I'm going to try it. So I have an ivory for the blocks, this row of blocks, and then I have white to join. I do want to use the ivory and the white because I want my squares to look old, but I want the blanket to look clean. So the cream color makes it look old, and the white makes it look like the cream is not dirty white. But I think the join could be one more row of special. So I'm going to join, I'm not going to frog this yet. I'm just going to join the next block somewhere where with the new join and see if I like it. And then show you if I like it or not. So that is what I'm working on. News of the week. That Christmas pickle, let me tell you. Anyway, I'm making a Christmas gherkin next year. If you don't know about my Christmas pickle, it was actually a suggestion under one of my videos a couple years ago, a tradition, like a holiday tradition from one of you lovely subscribers. And it had a Christmas pickle that they hid in the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas morning, whoever found the Christmas pickle hidden in the tree got an extra present. And I'm like, that is such a great idea. Totally gonna crochet a pickle, crocheted a whole jar of pickles, and now I have one pickle that I hide every day of December, and as soon as it's found, I hide it again. So it can be hid anywhere. I don't hide it in the yarnery. I don't hide it in my office. I don't hide it like in my bedroom, anywhere you don't want the kids like rummaging through. So those rooms are like off limits for where it could be, and then it can be anywhere. So I have hidden it with in my bookshelf with my green books. I have hidden it behind a clock. I have hidden it in the Christmas tree. I've hidden it in a tiny Christmas tree. They couldn't find it. That was hilarious. I've hidden it. I've kind of wrapped the evergreen, you know, those wire evergreen things up with the banister. I kind of wound it around a couple of those evergreen leaves, stems, kind of hid it where you couldn't really see it unless you looked behind the front door, way up top. You could see a tiny bit of it. That was a good one. I've hidden it underneath things, behind a picture, underneath the leg of a sofa, in a sofa. You can hide it literally anywhere. And then whoever finds it gets a treat. So that's our version of Advent calendar, kind of. We also have a countdown, but that's the easiest Advent calendar. So whoever finds it gets a reward. Now what's been happening, one of my older children just kind of waits and looks, and then whoever goes to get it, they kind of wrestle. They wrestle the pickle out of the hands of the person who found it. So the pickle has gotten substantially longer this year. Got a long pickle on my hands. So next year I'm going to make a gherkin, like a little 2 or 3 inch pickle instead of like, the standard dill pickle. I'm going to make a gherkin pickle, and they're going to have to find that. Now, it is a highlight of the holidays. They love it. They ask for it. And we do it all the way up until New Year's because hiding a pickle every day is literally so fun. So it's hidden right now. No one has found it since yesterday morning. So that is something that we really enjoy in this house. I'll link that tutorial down below as well. It's in the Christmas crochet projects playlist. All of my Christmas patterns are in there, my tutorials. So definitely worth it if you have grandkids coming over or you want to just have some fun. I got all my presents wrapped up, which is a miracle. I'm usually sitting up on Christmas Eve trying to get all the presents done. So I did that while the kids were still in school. This is their first day of holidays, actually, so they're home now. It's always so great having the kids home from school. Such a nice time to spend with them. So this will most likely be the last podcast until the new year. Can you imagine? 2023. So I'll be back in 2023. There'll still be live chats on Fridays. Super looking forward to that, including this Friday, Christmas Eve. So we're having our Christmas Eve party, and you are more than welcome to join us for that. Is this a time to connect with other people all over the world? We have a lot of followers in Australia, North America, the UK, Sweden, Germany, Greece, Italy, all over the place. So if you are watching from a different country being like, oh, that's not for me. Yes, it is. Pop on in, tell us where you're from, and you will find people that are in your same country for sure. Would you like to win a free pattern? All you have to do is go ahead and hit this button under this video right now so you don't miss out on any more fun content just like this. Yep, you gotta be a subscriber of the channel and also answer question of the week under this video. Question of the week is what is your favorite holiday tradition? It doesn't have to be a Christmas tradition. I know we all don't celebrate Christmas, but what is your favorite tradition from the holiday you celebrate at this time of year? I'd love to hear all about it in the comments under this video. I really think it helps us get to know other places around the world and how other people live and cool things that other people do. And who knows, there might be another amazing Christmas pickle tip down there, which will help me with my family starting another tradition. So let me know that in the comments under this video, and I'll be picking a random comment that's a subscriber of the channel that will win my latest pattern. So I hope you have a super great holiday season. I'll see you on Friday if you're around. If not, happy holidays. I wish you all the best from my yarnery to yours, and stay hooked. That's a fly.